Welcome to Face, the program
that frontally discusses
political and social issues in Nigeria. The weekly program brought to you on Wednesday by 6 p.m. Nigerian time, anchored by Prince Ewemade Concourse, powered by GCSDN.
Join us.
Good evening to all our wonderful viewers all over the world, and welcome to today's edition of Face to Face, brought to you by GCSDN. Today, we are going to be discussing the same topic that we were supposed to have last week, but due to network error from our network provider, we are unable to complete this program. So today, we are going to be discussing the same program, the road to 2023, what to look out for ahead of Nigeria general election coming up next year. Nigeria will hold its next presidential election on 18th of February 2023, marking an end to President Muhammadu Buhari two tenure in office. The election will take place amidst a devastating level of insecurity, a deteriorating economic, compounded with the COVID-19 and insecurity, poverty at the highest level. We are going to be joined by two of our special guests, but before then, I'm going to show you a summary of this program for today. Okay. Stone us if we fail. This was some of the promise made by President Buhari and his APC-led administration. The insecurity in Nigeria is alarming. Economic, we are now the poverty capital of the world. Promise and fail. Buhari must go. Where is this video? There's a problem with this videos here. Okay, I'm going to bring my special guest to the studio so they can introduce themselves and before we proceed with the program for today. Welcome to the studio, Mr. Dr. Edmond Eke and my brother Fidelis.
Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you. Dr. Edmond, where are you joining this program from today? Can you tell our viewers?
Yes. Thank you very much, Prince Ewemade Concourse, for inviting me in today's show. As introduced, my name is Edmond Ike. I'm calling in or participating in today's show from Jefferson City, Missouri, USA.
Thank you so much. I'll come back to you again. Fidelis, where are you joining the program from today, please?
Thank you very much, Prince. I'm joining this program from Malaysia. My name is Fidelis Ibubekeme.
How's the weather in Malaysia today?
Cool. Very cool.
Okay, it's good to see you. I'm going to come back to you again. Okay, the road to 2023, what to look out for ahead of the Nigeria general election coming up on 18th of February 2023. The economic reality on ground today is nothing to write home about. Unemployment for the youth. According to the World Poverty, the World Index, Nigeria is now the capital poverty of the world. The security situation in Nigeria is quite alarming today. Prior to 2015 general election, before Buhari assumed office, Nigeria was the largest economy in Africa with $574 billion US, followed by South Africa. The dollar exchange rate was 187 to $1. A bag of rice was between 6,500 naira to 7,000 naira prior to the 2015 election. Insecurity was at its bare minimum compared to what we have today, where Nigerians can no longer travel on the road, on the air. The road is not safe, the air is not safe. How did we get here? These are some of the topics we are going to be discussing today with my two special guests in the studio. Dr. Edmond, how did we get here? How did Nigeria get to the present situation of today?
That's $1 million question. How did we get here? It wouldn't get here just by mere one day or even the 7 year of Buhari's administration. We've gotten here slowly over time for decades due to gross mismanagement of the leaders who elect into office, or sometimes we don't even elect them; they just impose themselves into office. So this continuous bad leadership that have failed to handle the economy of the nation, that have failed to empower the youths, the women, build better educational facility or better technical institutions or better healthcare facilities. This culminates into the gross failure that we see, because if we don't have educated population, we won't be able to drive the economy of the nation with that work for us indigenously, instead of always copying and pasting. That's what the failed leaders do. They just copy and paste from every nook and cranny of the world without actually testing to know, is this going to work for our country? Is this going to work for our people? But if we have used the right set of people indigenously that understand the problem of our country, the problem of our people, and then devise a plan, a policy that's going to drive us into a prosperous future, then we won't get to where we are today. So it's just a gross mismanagement of bad leaders that were put in place. That is why we are here today.
Thank you so much for that wonderful explanation to our audience. Our audience, you're also part of this program for today. You can send us your comments and I will also read it to the general public. Before Buhari came into power in 2015, there was a lot of expectation from Nigerians. They all thought Buhari was coming to change the things on ground, especially when it comes to issues of corruption in Nigeria. Insecurity was at its bare minimum compared to what we have today. But there were quite a lot of expectation from Nigerians prior to the 2015 election. That was why a lot of persons voted massively for General Buhari administration. 7.5 years on, Nigeria is worse than the way it was prior to 2015. 2015, you could buy a bag of rice for 6,500 to 7,000 naira. What is the cost of a bag of rice today in Nigeria? Between 30 to 40,000 naira. Fuel was sold for 187. Fuel was sold for 187. No, sorry, 87 per liter, not 187. I take that back. Fuel was sold for 87 naira at the pump. But today, fuel is over 200 something naira at the pump per liter. Nigeria, a lot of us would have expected a lot of Nigeria by now to troop out to the street, to barricade everywhere and protest the level of insecurity in Nigeria. But the case is different. My brother Fidelis, do you honestly think that General Muhammadu Buhari has been fighting corruption for the last 7.5 years? Oh, you are muted. Okay.
Yeah, thank you very much. Thank you. To be honest, there's no sign like he's fighting corruption. Because if you go through the way they have been running the government since he became the president, you will notice that things has even gone worse. This is the only time you see somebody can boldly tell you that money missing from his account, government account that he's in charge of, was stolen by a monkey. Another one said the money was stolen by a snake. So this tells you that the impunity to steal has gone high. There's nothing like fighting corruption in this government. It's just business as usual. They only improve in stealing, in making the people suffer, and they improve in bringing down the country. There's nothing like fighting corruption in this government, because if you check corruption index, Nigeria has gone high. If you check the poverty index, Nigeria is number 1. And where there is hunger, corruption is bound to strive. There's no two ways about it. So
Thank you.
he has done nothing in that regard.
Thank you so much. I'm going to show a video that recently surfaced on the social media from Abuja, so that our audience can also see. This is the level of situation on ground today. They were shouting, Buhari must go. That was what they were. The same people that came out massively for General Muhammadu Buhari prior to 2015. Recently, at the Arewa Forum, they've been asking General Muhammadu Buhari to resign from office due to his inability to combat the security situation in Nigeria. The life is becoming unbearable because of the hardship and poverty in Nigeria. 2023 is coming, it's just around the corner. Nigeria must vote wisely this time around. My brother Edmond, can you point out some of the achievements of this administration for the last 7 years? What do you think they've been able to achieve?
Right.
If there's anything to point out to.
It will be unfair if we say the administration have accomplished absolutely nothing. That would be untrue, because we'll have to always be objective when we offer our opinion on the state of the nation. Yes, the administration have failed grossly, as I mentioned earlier, but they have a few accomplishments under their belt. But even though that few accomplishment is negligible compared to where we are, so even though it's negligible, it would be unfair not to mention that they did it. Like they have been constructing the second Niger bridge. It is visible that it's under the construction, and they'll be promising that it's going to be completed end of this year, which we're not sure it's going to be so. But nonetheless, they have done something in the second Niger bridge that is visible to the eyes. So we cannot neglect that, even though it's negligible compared to the overall situation and the body language of the citizens of the country. So that is the only one accomplished I can sincerely point at. Other than that, they have failed woefully. Our educational system have not improved. ASU keep going on strike. Actually, as we are speaking right now, presently, ASU is on strike. So, and power. They came into government promising they're going to give us more power. Guess what? We are still where we are. In the past few months, and within 2 months or so, we have had national power grid failure twice. I think there's one ongoing right now, national power grid failure. How can a country have a national power grid failure? So all these kind of things, I mentioned just one accomplishment, and now see I'm mentioning failure. Insecurity. Imagine the video you just played just now. people, the Northerners, over the years, we the Southerners will say Northerners have been docile, they haven't been complaining because Buhari is from the North. But you can see these are mostly Northerners that are shouting. In the video you played, the outburst is in Hausa language, saying that Buhari must pack and go, that they're done with him, he has failed them. And we can see that as a Southerner, I can see that, okay, now the North is not quiet as we always think. The North are speaking out now because Buhari have failed. That is a big sign to show that Buhari administration have failed when his own people are now speaking out. His own people are now fighting. He said, you mentioned today that the Northern elders have said that Buhari should resign. I actually read the news today too, that the Northern elders are calling for Buhari's resignation. That speaks loud. That speaks loud. That's all I'll say.
Thank you. From your own section, how would you now rate this present administration going forward?
Okay, I'm going to rate them one.
In a scale of 1 to 10, how will you rate Buhari?
1 over 10. 1 over 10.
1 over 10. That's a complete failure.
Yeah.
So yes. Nigeria, shine your eyes. 2023 is around the corner. Okay. What would you suggest at this very point in time in Nigeria history that the level of insecurity is alarming, unemployment at the highest level in the modern day history of Nigeria? Everything is upside down. So what would you suggest to Nigerians, home and abroad, to look out for when it comes to electing the next president of Nigeria? What else? Can you tell our viewers some of your recommendation or the way forward for them to elect the next president?
Absolutely. My fellow Nigerians, my brothers and sisters, anywhere you are, in Nigeria or outside Nigeria, what you should fight, number one thing is that make sure you have your PVC. Even if you are abroad, I know, get your PVC. Because some people actually, over the years, some people usually come home during general election to cast their votes. So that means if you are one of those who that can afford to come home to cast your vote, that means you have worked on getting your PVC before now. So, and those on ground, those in Nigeria, make sure you get your PVC. I know it can be frustrating to get your PVC, but it's very, very important that you get your PVC. And so that we can increase the voting power, the voting number. Over the past few cycles of election, we have had decline of voters. That's what we call voter apathy. People are voting less and less. And when people vote less, make it easier to rig elections. It make it easier for them to impose themselves into government. But when we come out in large numbers, it make it difficult to rig. And it also makes sure you are on ground to protect your vote. Because if you're not on ground to protect your votes, it make it easier for the thugs to steal the ballot. But how many thugs can come and steal the ballot when they have 50 people or 100 people protecting their vote in a polling unit? But when you come in a polling unit, you only see a handful of people and maybe you see 20 thugs. Obviously, the 20 thugs will overpower the handful of people and steal the ballot boxes, as we have seen done over the years. So it is important, that imperative, very, 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 very essential that you come out and vote and start by getting your PVC. Okay, after coming out and vote, now this is the time they start thinking, who do I want to vote into office? What kind of person should be the president of the Federal Republic of Nigeria? What kind of person should be the governor of my state? What kind of person should be the chairman of my local government? What kind of person should be a councillor of my ward? And what kind of person should be a senator representing my senatorial district or my senatorial zone? Or what kind of person should be a House of Representatives to represent my area? Or what kind of person should be representing me in the State House of Assembly? Is to think about this. We have the problem that we have over the years. We have given up on thinking about these things, and we don't plan ahead. And hence will let people impose themselves on us. And when these people impose themselves on us, they are usually the bad eggs. They're usually the wrong candidates, because we did not fight, we did not work towards getting the right candidate. to represent us. So that's why I'm calling upon you. Start thinking now. This is the electionary period. The period have started now. Many people have declared their aspirations. So this is now you start thinking, okay, this person has declared, this person has declared, this person has declared. Okay, let me look at what is their antecedents, what is their credential, what have they done for the people, what is their past record, and then you make a decision towards this, and then you help other people, because there's people that are not educated among us, among our men. Then since you're educated, you help those that are not educated to teach them, okay, this is what I found out based on my education level. You know, I've done the research here and this is what I found out. So please vote for this person because of this and this and this. They're going to make sure our future is secure and our life is more meaningful. Our nation is more prosperous. Thank you.
So in summary, you're asking Nigeria to watch out for the kind of leader they will elect come 2023.
Yeah.
Thank you so much for that. We have some few comments from our viewers. I'm going to go ahead and read it. The first one here is Abiyewa Igion. Why can't you bring younger somebody younger instead of the same people? No, sorry, that was not. Okay, let's come together, vote new faces. From Abiyewa Igion. From Ife Love, Nigeria not be Nigeria again. Oh, thank you so much for that wonderful comment. Before I come to you, my brother Fidelis, let me just, okay. Fidelis, my brother, is there any comparison between the PDP, the past PDP-led administration, and the current APC-led administration of today? Can you compare both of them in terms of what they did and their achievement and their failures?
Prince, to be honest with you, I see no difference in both parties, because the bulk of the APC today, they are from the PDP. Like I said before, the thing they've succeeded in doing is to improve on the hardship created by their predecessors. If you go through Nigeria's history, you will find that no leader has been prosecuted for corruption. No leader, no president or ex-president has been taken to court for corruption. So that is why I won't say there's any difference between PDP and this present APC, because I want Nigerians to know that if you keep doing the same thing, you will never get a different result. It is time to look away from PDP and APC, because at the end, it is hardship upon hardship. Before Jonathan came, it was Obasanjo Yar'Adua. When Jonathan took over, things became harder than before. The same thing Buhari has done. So there's no difference. That's why I'm urging the people right now to look beyond PDP and APC. Look for a visionary leader and not just vote for that person. Look at the manifesto, write it and keep it, so that you can hold the person accountable the next 4 years. That you say this, and you say that. We need to start knowing what to do as a people, because I don't want to promote, there's no difference between PDP and APC. They are the same people. If you watch the people coming out now from the same political, for these two parties, you see that the same thing. No state in Nigeria you can point your finger at that this state is different from the other state. They are all the same. Most of the governors today are coming out to become president under the platform of the PDP and the APC. Same people. So there's no difference. PDP and APC is just same set of people trying to change them to fool Nigerians. As far as we keep voting these two parties, we keep getting the same result and things will get worse. So let us look beyond PDP. I want us to let's start talking about other parties, so that to educate our people, because I don't want to promote PDP, I don't want to promote APC. They are the same as far as I'm concerned.
Thank you so much. Prior to 2015 general election, Nigeria thought they had it that bad. They thought things were bad during the PDP-led administration, not knowing that what they had was a little bit better than what we have today. However, the both party, PDP and APC, they are birds of the same feather. They move, they decamp from one PDP to APC, they become a saint. When they decamp from APC to PDP, they become the criminal of the day. These two parties have failed Nigeria since 1999. It is my own opinion that Nigeria must look beyond these two political parties. If it is possible for all the little parties in Nigeria to form an alliance so they can wrestle power from this Buhari and APC-led administration come 2023. Nigeria need a new breath of hell. We cannot continue to remain like this. We cannot continue to remain silent. Our people are dying of hunger, insecurity. Nobody could travel between Lagos to Benin or Lagos to Abuja on the road anymore. The flight is not safe. The airport is not safe. We need a new third force in Nigeria. I want to use this opportunity to call on all political parties in Nigeria to form an alliance and wrestle power from the APC-led administration. My brother Fidelis, what will you suggest that we do at this critical time? What will you suggest to Nigerians? And what are some of your advice to them?
I would like to advise them, I would suggest this. You see, every man or woman in Nigeria that has a family that you look after, just picture this scenario that you are out of the picture. Something happened to you and you died or paralyzed, you cannot do anything. And your children are from 0 to 20 years. Just imagine without you, what will become of those children? That's to tell you the state. That will give you an insight that, yes, you need to do something to change the system. The system is bad. Get your PVC. Come out, vote. Protect your vote. And let us flush out these old people. This system, let us flush them out, because at the end of the day, imagine they still come campaigning with light and roads. Imagine in Nigeria now it has become normal for you to build your house and source for water yourself. It's like a normal thing. We're not talking about electricity. If you go on the internet, you see people beating power agencies, their staffs, beating them up because you don't give them light and you keep coming with this huge amount of bill every month. So all these things we need to change. If we look at the hospital, you want to live a good life. See, we are not just talking. We are pained because the society we are living, things are done normally. But in Nigeria, it's not like that. So when we talk, we are talking from the pain that the pains we see our people going through. So Nigerians, please, I beg you, get your PVC, vote and protect your vote. Don't forget this issue, because you people keep saying this person is not on ground, just come from nowhere. You want to become the governor, you want to become the president. The people that have been there with you, that they came from where you know, somewhere that you have been voting into power, what have they given you if not hardship? What have they given you if not sorrow? What have they given you if not debt, if not poverty, if not insecurity? They've given you nothing. They've given us nothing. They've given us pains. Go and see IDP camps. Just to tell you, the people they are not thinking. A terrorist will go to a community and kill people. Those that manage to escape, they are put in camps where they cannot even, no toilet, no. They live in this tent building, this tent. The people that kill them, you take them to one nice place. You say you are rehabilitating them, At the end of the day, you bring them back into the society, you provide them with every good thing they need. Does that make sense? Is something not wrong with the leadership? So Nigerians, vote the man with the right mind, the man with the right mindset that will do the right thing for you. The man that has it. You don't have to like a person to vote for the person. Look at what the person has to offer. The person don't have to be 89 years old. Most of them gearing up now to become the president. They are going to use your money to treat themselves abroad. In this country, I've never seen the prime minister of this country gone abroad to receive medical attention. Never. Please vote in the right person this time around.
Thank you so much, my brother Fidelis, for that wonderful explanation. We're going to take a quick break. I'm going to be showing a video of Rescue Me app. This is an application that was designed by GCSDN due to the level of insecurity going on in Nigeria. GCSDN came up with this app. I encourage every Nigerian home and abroad. If you live in abroad, you can download and subscribe for your family. Is completely free, but you do have to pay a minimum token of 2,000 naira to maintain your channel for 1 year. So I encourage every Nigerian back home to download this app. You can also follow us on Instagram, also on Facebook and on Twitter at Rescue Me app. I'm going to take some few comments. Okay, Abel, we have one more comment here again from Abeiwa. Oh yes, and whatever can I do in us? Anyway, thank you so much, Abeiwa, for that comment. Okay, this program is like between 30 to 45 minutes. The program is brought to you by GTSDN every Wednesday at 6 p.m. face to face. This is where we frontally discuss political and social issues affecting Nigeria, our great country. Even though we live in a diaspora, but we cannot remain silent. In the present situation in Nigeria, we must continue to speak. Our voice must be heard by those in the power. My brother, Dr. Edmond Eke, what is your final words to our viewers all over the world?
Thank you, my brother Prince, for the opportunity once again. Sometimes I wonder how our people make decisions and how they go about it. So, like, I can confess that I was not politically conscious until 2015. 2014, when they were preparing for 2015 presidential election, when I started hearing about that the people are pushing for President Buhari to become the new president. I said, what is wrong with Nigerians? How would you be pushing and clamoring for a dictator to become the new president in this 21st century? A dictator who did not accomplish much but bastardize our system and processes and deny us opportunity for democracy. And now he's saying that he's a repentant Democrat, and you are accepting him into the position of presidency. So since then I said, man, that was when I woke up. I said, okay, something is wrong somewhere. And I hope many Nigerians will wake up like I did in 2014, 2015, to realize we need to become politically engaged. I'm not saying become a politician. I am not a politician, but politically engaged. I mean, know what is going on in the political field. Know who is there running for office, who is there clamoring to represent you. And when you know who is clamoring for represent you, you can be able to assess, is this the right person to represent me or not? Because you have the power to choose the right leaders. But unfortunately, people forget that we have this power as citizens of the Federal Republic of Nigeria. So I'm calling upon you right now, at this moment, in this my closing remark, that you should wake up to realize your civic responsibility in getting the right people to lead our nation and to unify us. Because Nigeria is not united. You can see people are coming now using that as a bargaining chip. I am the one to unify Nigeria. I am the one to unify Nigeria. Are they really the one? What have they done in the unity space? What kind of engagement have they done in the past to bring about peace and unity in the nation? If someone says he's a unifier, check in what area have he exercised that ability to unify a people. If you have not been able to exercise that, you have not seen it, then that means you're not truly a unifier. So these are the kind of things you pay attention to. And also, if you're a member of a political party like APC, PDP, who are the big major parties, even though I don't like those two parties, but the truth is that they are still the two major parties, and they're the two parties likely to win the next election. So this is when you start making sure if you're a member of this party, start making your voice known. Say, this is what you want, especially the young party members. PDP have young members. APC have young members. So if you're a youth in those parties, start voicing your opinion. Tell them that you want people who are capable among the youth, or even the old people. For me, I don't really care if someone is old or young to lead the nation, as long as the person is capable. But let it not be someone that is sick, like Buhari. That's a wasting of the national resources to maintain the health of a really sick and dying person. We should need someone that at least have a good bill of health. So, well, it doesn't matter if you're old or young, as long as you're healthy and strong to lead the nation, then good and fine. So make sure we get all these right people in place. Clamor for those people. Don't promote people that you know their antecedents, you know what they have accomplished. They're among the people that have run this country. Don't clamor for them. Don't push for them. Don't say I am their support group. Support the right people. That is what I am calling upon you to do right now as I'm closing. And hopefully we'll persevere and we'll get the right person to lead our nation come 2023. Thank you.
Thank you so much, my brother, Dr. Edmond. My brother, Phil, your closing remark, please.
Thank you very much, Prince. My people, I would like to tell you this. In this country that I am now, the past party ruling this country, they've been ruling this country for 61 years. I think PDP was only 16 years, right?
Yeah.
They've been ruling this country for 61 years until the people decided that they need a change because of some corruption allegation against the prime minister, which the money is not even up to the money our senators steal. They change the government. Well, what I'm trying to say is this. PDP is a name. APC is a name. So is other parties. We need to begin to think, look inward right now for the right candidate. We are not going to vote for the name anymore. We are going to vote for the candidate. If PDP know that we want to vote for the candidate, they will give us the best candidate. And two, my people, we need to start participating in the grassroots politics. That is where decisions are made. The wards. If you want PDP or APC to come, youth, go and take over your ward. You make decisions from there. All this sitting down and folding their hands and say, God has done the best for Nigeria. Nigeria is one of the countries God has blessed with everything. Praying from now to tomorrow will not change it because we have to do our own part. So let us begin to look for the right candidate. Forget about small party or big party. Let us begin to look for the right candidate. If we see the right candidate in the smallest party, at the end of the day, it is going to take our thumbprint. Look for the person's party there, put a thumbprint. Later we can change it. We can do it. If this country can end 61-year rule of the former party, we can end PDP and APC, or we can end those wicked leaders, because if you watch, they are recycling themselves. So to change it now, I think we have to look to other parties. At the end of the day, it's our vote that counts. So what we need to do now is for those youth, those young ones, begin to enlighten, educate the old people around you. Tell them this party is not good for you. If they give you money, take it, because after taking that money, there's a principle behind buying and selling. If you sell, you have no right over what you've sold. If you buy, you have right over what you've bought. So by the time you sell your vote for 4 years, you automatically you find yourself not being able to speak, to demand for good governance. That is why you must vote your conscience. So at the end of the day, you can be able to speak if your conscience is not doing the right thing. So please endeavor to vote in the right person. Endeavor to vote in your conscience. So at the end of the day, you can demand for good governance. Thank you very much.
Thank you so much, my brother Fidelis, and thank you for being a part of the show. Fellow Nigerian.
Please, my brother. I know we are spending too much time, but I just want to add, because today's show is about what to look out for ahead of 2020 general election. So one thing, we've already seen it in play, and you mentioned it too. It's about you called upon other parties to form an alliance. So I want to touch on that and also use the beg. Yes, indeed, we need other parties. We have 18 recognized political parties in Nigeria right now, and 2 big ones. So we have other 16 parties. They truly need to form an alliance. But the fear now is that, are they going to come together and form an alliance? Because they attempted this, if you remember the pact in 2019 within Showrel, ACC, the YPP of Mogalu, Durotoye, New Nigerian Party. They tried to form an alliance, and Obi Kwesiri and other people, but they couldn't succeed. So, but we need to succeed. If we cannot succeed in that little alliance, then we have failed to begin with. Then we can never beat the big parties. So we need to keep begging. And so whenever you come to this show, we should keep begging other parties, other 16 parties that are not APC and PDP. It is time to form alliance. And also zoning matter. Zoning need to be discussed in your next show. Talk about zoning. And I want to be in that show.
Because of time. Fellow Nigerians, thank you for being a part of this program today. We tried PDP-led administration. We saw the outcome. We saw the outcome in 2015. We've tried APC-led administration. Now, Nigeria, you can tell, you see the result for yourself. I want to use this opportunity to call on every Nigerians, every political parties in Nigeria. It is time to form an alliance. It is time to unite. When the revolution now called for revolution, they were shot at. The Shia Muslim, they were shot at, they were killed. The IPOB, they were arrested and detained. The Igbo, they were arrested and detained. Now it is time for Nigeria to unite and fight a common fight. We must unite before 2023 election. We must unite and elect a young and a vibrant leader, a leader that will have the heart of the people, not just a ruler. So I want to use this opportunity to invite every Nigerian. If you have not collected your PVC, please do so, because your PVC will be your weapon come 2023. So that at the end of the day, we'll be able to elect a leader that will be able to take Nigeria out of this crisis, out of this mess that the APC-led administration has brought upon Nigeria. So at this junction, I'll be closing this program, and I want to use this opportunity to thank you all again, once again, for being part of this program. And my brothers in the studio, thank you for being a part of this program. Until next week, same time, same place, I'll see you, and I'm out.